Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Sure. Can we grab you? Sure. Terrific. Yeah. 8 years. I want to go, right? Yeah, I want to.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I do. Oh, no.
You should say that on the air.
I will.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Back to that lemon light city, sweet Hope, Chicago. 22 is 4, 4, 4, 6. Come on, baby, now get your business fixed. Come on.
Hey there, I am really Marty Levinson. Don't let anybody fool you. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the greatest cameraman around, Sonny Hirsch, and your host, Avi Myers.
Thank you, Marty. Avi Myers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Early voting. You can start voting very soon, and Jewish Chicago is going to be all over the place. We're doing at least a minimum of 20,000 papers this year. We're definitely expecting a circulation of, it's going to be free all over the place. That's not even to mention the web presence and all the people that check it on the web. So we're really we're boosting our total about 25% and maybe even a little more this year to make sure that they were just going everywhere last time, and we're going to make sure there's enough copies for everybody and then some. Anyway, speaking of judicial stuff, somebody who has been a guest on the show before, somebody who is running for the 8th Sub-Circuit opening, is Judge James Shapiro. How you doing?
Hi, good, Avi. Thank you for having me on again.
First of all, my pleasure. And listen, you're a very substantial guy, and you're well liked within the judicial community.
Well, that's important to me.
And you are. There's no question. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, thanks, Avi. Yes, I've been on the bench for almost 5 years now. I'm running for election in the 8th Judicial Sub-Circuit. I've been sitting by appointment of the Illinois Supreme Court for almost 5 years now, appointment and reappointment. And now I'm running for a full term to try to keep my job later this year. So I'm a former federal prosecutor and assistant U.S. attorney. Practiced law for 22 years before being appointed to the bench in 2007. And I've done a lot of pretty varied stuff. Federal, criminal, federal, state, civil, criminal, prosecution, defense, plaintiff, defendant.
No, you definitely have a range, and you've definitely been highly recommended by a number of people who've been on the show. And I shouldn't say that. It's not exactly. They have been on the show, but I can't give away names and things. But the truth of the matter is, in the judicial community, and the people who are legal scholars tell me that he's really good. So he's very highly recommended, and anyway, I don't want to. Let me keep going. Tell us more.
No. It's very gratifying to hear that, but I don't like to toot my own horn, so if other people toot it for me,
well, tell us about.
I feel more comfortable with that. But
what kind of court are you in now?
Well, I'm in the, for the past couple of years, I've been assigned to the 4th Municipal District in Maywood. So I don't live in Maywood or in the western suburbs, but I live along the lakefront. That's why I'm running in the 8th Sub-Circuit. But for the past couple of years, I've been assigned to the western suburbs because once you're a judge, you can be assigned anywhere in the county, from Rolling Meadows to Markham. The chief judge has seen fit to assign me for Maywood, where I actually like it. And I've been doing about 80 or 90% criminal work there, felonies, misdemeanors, bond court, but also a substantial amount of civil work as well. I sub in civil, so mostly criminal, but some civil, because I have a background in both.
Very good. And so anyway, so you're doing the criminal, and you're doing it out in Maywood at the courthouse over there.
I am.
Okay, and in any event, how long have you been at that particular courthouse?
I've been there, actually, it'll be 3 years in March now that time flies when you're having fun. It'll be 3 years in March.
No, that's pretty good. You know what? One of the things we talk about things like the 8th Sub-Circuit. If people who are, the 8th Sub-Circuit is really long. And, we should probably tell people what the boundaries are in case they like you and want to vote for you.
I appreciate that. I'd be glad to tell them. I've run a few times, so I should know them by now. But third time's the charm, though. So,
God willing.
Yes, thank you. So it basically runs from Chinatown on the south, 26th Street roughly on the south, all the way up to Edgewater on the north, Arthur Avenue, which is a block north of Devon, 6500 North. And west to about Ashland Avenue, approximately Ashland Avenue, north of Fullerton Avenue. And west to roughly the Chicago River south of Fullerton Avenue, all the way down to Chinatown and 26th Street. There's a couple of gerrymanders and jut-outs here and there.
Well, this is Illinois and Chicago. It has to be.
It is. In fact, one of them juts out to encompass Rose Hill Cemetery. So
A lot of people vote there.
a lot of voters. I hope they'll vote for me. It just out to Western Avenue. 90% of that jut out is Rose Hill Cemetery. So vote early, not often. And
Now, you've also been very involved, just trying to help basic citizens, and actually, I don't want to say anything that's untoward, but I know that you try to work closely with people to teach them about the court system and all the rest of it.
I do. Thanks for asking about that. Yes, I attend a lot of CAPS meetings, community policing meetings, specifically to talk about court advocacy and talk about my experience with court advocacy, both as a court advocate and as a victim supported by the court advocates back in the late 90s. My sister and I, I'm sorry, my sister, hope that's not Freudian. My daughter and I were both victimized by a private tow truck driver in the late 90s, and we were assaulted by him, and we went to court over it. We had a trial in front of the Honorable Thaddeus Kowalski of blessed memory, and he was convicted, and the court advocates, about a dozen court advocates, came out to support me and my daughter in our trial. So I talk about that experience, both being supported by court advocates and as a court advocate. Just last night I went to the Gold Coast CAPS meeting to talk about that and to tell folks about the court advocacy program. I'm careful not to advocate for it, because I can't advocate as a judge, but I like to explain what it is, and that it's obviously a public courtroom, they're entitled to be there, and what the training program is all about. And I leave it up to them as to whether they want to participate in the program.
And I know it's very helpful because Rick Jones, who's part of the 24th District in the part that is the 8th Subcircuit, has been very grateful for what you've been able to teach the people at his crowd.
Well, that's really gratifying to hear that, because I've been trying to running up and down the subcircuit, really, to go to as many CAPS meetings as possible to talk about my experience with court advocacy and to tell people interested in community policing what it is, and that's the next level up from attending CAPS meetings, which is great. And you have to have a lot of time on your hands, unfortunately, to be a court advocate, because you either have to be retired or between jobs or work the graveyard shift, because you have to be in court between 9 and noon and 1:30 to 3 o'clock in order to follow the cases. So.
Well, at this point, Mickey's hands are about getting there. What is your website?
Website is Judge Shapiro, www.judgeshapiro.org.
www.judgeshapiro.org. He's got great qualifications. You can read up about that in Jewish Chicago. We want to thank you for being here, Judge Shapiro.
Thank you for having me, Avi.
All the best.
Appreciate it. Thank you.